That's Fat Joe talking that crazy shit, and like Fat Joe basically starting to sound like a right wing politician. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says another viral vid, another false debate, the N word and the outrage machine. So again, this is what I'm talking about this acceptable level of racism.
Weeds on the tracks, on the tracks, on the tracks.
So now we're gonna go into that one tweet. All right, there's an account on Twitter called what is his Twitter account called? All on One Accord, and it's at Blacks Organized. And they posted this video of Fat Joe being extremely disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Now, some of the responses on here that some people posted were interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what I noticed is if you look at some of those responses, right, and then you go to their profile, all these motherfuckers is either fucking tethers or fucking, anchor babies or fucking, like they Latino.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, it's that was the most interesting thing to me.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So now this post here says Fat Joe basically called black rappers cowards when he said this. I haven't heard one black rapper say anything in response. So now this is it right here. It says, now who's going to tell me that I can't say the N word? And then there's a bunch of N words after that. Then bitch, covert racist. And now here's Fat Joe actually saying it. So listen to this shit.
Comes to Latino MCs, there's none bigger. Now who's gonna tell me that I can't say nigga? Nigga, 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 bitch. Comes to
like who would drop a verse like that except for a white boy? Like that's like some shit that like Tom McDonald or what's that other motherfucker name? Adam Calhoun would say.
Well, he did. We heard Adam Calhoun drop that same shit, right? And this is the thing, one of the things that black folks need to really start paying attention to and really start taking account of is that we entered into a deal, or what we thought was a deal, with Latino, Asian, fucking, and even African immigrants, right? Where we thought, hey, we got your back, now make sure you got our back. We thought we was this coalition, when in the whole time what was really happening is they shook our hand, but they had their fingers crossed on the other hand behind their back, right? And that's what that is. It's a slap to the face. And he's saying that because a lot of people for a long time kind of just accepted Fat Joe. You know what I mean? They was like, oh, he's from this part of New York. He's from the hood, and that was kind of the line for, who, when we started kind of letting that shit slip, right? It was at first it was only niggas, right? Only niggas could say niggas, right? And then we kind of let a little bit go, and it was kind of like, well, as long as you from the hood, and you verified, and you been in the life, and you've been around, black folks, you know what I mean? You could say that, right? And now it's just kind of like, oh, I don't care, it's just a word, right? And so that's what that is. He feels safe enough to say that shit because he got black friends that'll cap for him or will cape for him, and then because they trying to leech off of this man's money, and so for $1 they'll turn their back on respect. And that's kind of, one of the problems that we have in the black neighborhood. Like, for money, motherfuckers is willing to do a lot of shit. You know what I mean? You willing to churn Talkin, churn Coon, for enough money, look at Candace Owens.
Right.
Look at all these motherfuckers, all these black, content creators who are super right-wing MAGA shit and all this other shit. Once you get some money, that whole attitude changed real quick. It's kind of like, what's more important, this money, me getting out the hood, me getting out this broke place, or my respect?
Right.
And in a lot of cases, motherfuckers say the money's more important. Fuck my respect. Because the only thing I care about is my bank account. That's all that matters.
Right.
And I think that's just why he gets away with that shit. But I'm going to say, Fat Joe, you can't say nigga. If you say that shit around me, bro, I don't give a fuck who you with, bro. I'll smack you in your fucking mouth. I don't care.
Right. Big facts. Big facts. I don't like, and my thing with this is that he's directly saying this, and he's directly saying it to black rappers, black people, because there's not gonna be any Latino rappers who say anything, you know what I'm saying, as far as that shit go. You know what I mean? It's only gonna be like a black person who you know what I'm saying, like, dude, why are you saying that? You know what I mean? So
right.
This is like some I'm poking my chest out type shit.
No, that was him basically saying, I go harder than you, and you too much of a bitch to stop me from saying anything. I'll say whatever the fuck I want. Right. I don't care. And he's basically saying, I don't respect you, your culture, your people. I'm just going to use this the way I want to use it, and ain't nobody going to stop me. And thus far, let's just be honest, ain't no rapper fucking said anything about that shit.
Nah, I don't think they are.
Right, which is problematic.
Right. They're not gonna. You know what I'm saying? Which I agree is totally problematic. Matter of fact, it's totally problematic that a lot of these East Coast rappers just kind of did this, but at the same time, it was a lot of people's favorite MCs. They didn't realize, but a lot of people's favorite MCs was Tether. So a lot of rap was just automatically off code anyway. But people ain't realize it back then because
no, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we thought we was in an agreement. We working together. We don't have to be around. We don't have to be the best of friends, but we working together. But as it's becoming clearer and clearer and clearer every single day, you know what I mean? And black folks, you have to realize this. You cannot enter any kind of agreement, assumed agreement, shaking agreement with any other group, because ultimately they will just stab you in the back, and you have to notice. And black folks need to really start paying attention to this shit, because we still allowing this shit to happen. You know what I mean? There was a big old debate on TikTok not long ago about this shit, and there was black folks on there talking about, I kick you with my white friends, and I don't care if my white friends say, I give all you guys a black card. And this whole black card shit, official black card, you're official nigga now, blah, 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 blah. That shit is bullshit. And black folks need to stop this shit, man.
Yeah,
this is all.
Ain't nobody else giving out a cultural card or a race card,
right.
Or none of that.
Right. And it's y'all got to stop cooning like that. Black folks, we really need to stop with the cooning. It's not a good look. It's we have a whole culture of coons in this next generation. It's just unbelievable.
It's crazy, and it's crazy problematic. So I think it would be a good time to talk about this, because that's Fat Joe talking that crazy shit, and Fat Joe basically starting to sound like a right-wing politician. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, another viral vid, another false debate, the N-word and the outrage machine. So again, this is what I'm talking about this acceptable level of racism.
Leaves on the tracks, on